What is up, boys? Josh from Team Shuffles here. I am here with who's you?
Michael Cramer.
And what did you do on Sunday?
I won the Tiffin locals and I went 4-0.
That's my boy. Let's see. You went 4-0. What were your matchups?
My matchups were round 1 I played against Sky Striker, which I 2-0'd that. Round 2 I played against Bobby playing Dark Warrior. And I beat him 2-1. And round 3 I played Ancient Gears, which I 2-0'd that. It seemed like he was a little bit newer to the game and just learning the deck. And then in the last round I played against Thunder Dragons, which I won 2-1 because my opponent was very nice and didn't stall in time.
I feel you. All right, and what did you play? Is kind of the big thing.
I played World Chalice.
All right, World Chalice. Okay, man, let's see what you got.
All right. For our monsters, we have 3 Lee. Lee searches all your World Chalice monsters, as well as being able to be added back to your hand by discarding a card from your field or your hand. What you're searching with her usually is World Legacy, World Chalice. This is the best card in your deck. It has 3 different effects. One effect, it can, when it's sent from the field to the graveyard, when you tribute summon for it, it special summons 2 World Chalice monsters. So if you haven't used your Lee, you can get out Lee, get another search, and get out Guard Dragon, which will lead to you putting another monster on board, which in the end ends up to being 4 monsters that you get out of just this one card.
So it's an insane plus.
Yes. Then he can also, on the turn other than the turn he was sent to the graveyard, you can banish him to search a World Legacy card. So you'll see what I was searching with that later on. And then also he has a negation effect, well, a pseudo negation effect when he's on field. You can tribute him off to send a monster of special summon from the extra deck back to the extra deck.
Okay. Built-in interruption.
Yes. The one of World Chalice monsters, 1 Guard Dragon. Some people were playing 2 of this for a while just because of Sky Striker and being able to put Venus under Shizuku and protect it. But that interaction's nice, but I don't like bricking on it. And
That's a hand trap, right?
Yeah. It can protect things if they're linked and have an arrow pointing at them.
Right, okay.
But it didn't warrant playing 2 of them just because I wanted to play just more starter cards to be able to play through hand traps rather than trying to draw 2 of these and then brick and not be able to do anything. 1 chosen because we want an emergency teleport, and you need at least 1 World Chalice Familia for almost all of the combos. Best card in the deck is Venus.
Holy crap, yeah.
She is Bae and Waifu, and she summons out all these shine balls.
Shiny shine balls, buddy.
Yes. Almost every turn we're trying to bait out all of our opponents' interruptions and hand traps so we can play her because she's a 1-card combo.
You don't want to just open her and let them ash you?
Most people have figured out that it's not good to ash this at this point.
Not
the only people who ash that are people who are bad usually. 2 Exodius. People will cut this from their list, but I do not understand why.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's the best extender. This with Venus is a 2-card extra link. There's just no reason not to play it, and you run through so many resources in the deck. Being able to put them back is just beautiful. This also allowed me to only have to run 1 Skull Dread because with this I can just put Skull Dread back and use it again.
Right.
We ran 1 Garnet and actually 1 Lazuli. Because
you ran both?
Yes, I hate drawing my Brilliant Fusion with my Garnet dead.
Yeah, it's fun, isn't it?
Yeah, so 2 prevent that a lot, and actually both of these have applications outside of just being sent with Brilliant Fusion. Like this works with one of your extenders and starters that you play, so if you open that with your Brilliant Fusion, you just get this out of the deck, and then just have this for your Brilliant Fusion. This adds a vanilla back, so I felt the versatility of having these 2 warranted playing 2, even though I have more of a chance to draw 1. I wanted my starters to always be live.
Right.
Last 2 monsters, 1 Ghost Ogre, because like I said, we play E-Telly, so if we already have access to our World Chalice Vanilla but draw into E-Telly, we can bring this out during our opponent's turn and have another interruption.
Where'd you learn that from?
This guy. And then our boss monster of the deck is Gamma Seal. He is the best negation card in the game. And
dude, he's so insane in this deck.
A lot of what I was trying to do before with the summon sort combos and stuff. They were nice, and you ended up in a lot bigger boards, but the problem was you had to run so many bricks, because you had to either run the Herald of Perfection, not the Herald of Perfection, the Herald of Orange Light with Eva, or you had to run Eva with Trickstar, Lilybell, and Wadapatan to be able to put extra monsters on board. And while those were explosive plays, it added a lot more bricks to this already bricky deck, so I decided to cut those out and just play a very streamlined build that was just trying to put out Gamma Seal every first turn.
Right, okay.
So that is 20 monsters in the main deck.
Okay.
So on the spells, we have 3 Brilliant Fusions. Shout out DZeef.
Mr. Zeef.
This is the best spell in the deck. A little hate there, but this is your best starter card. It can search Venus for you through your play strings. It just does so much for the deck.
Yeah.
The second best spell is actually 3 Transmodify.
Yeah.
I play 3 even though it's once per turn because it just has so many applications. You're playing 6 level 2 light fairies that can be transmodified into Venus, and then also you're playing 3 Brilliant Fusion, which can pseudo search your Lee, so you basically have 9 cards that if you draw them, your transmodified's live. And like I said, Venus is your game-winning card. You resolve Venus and you win.
Right.
So we want as many ways to access Venus as possible. 3 Called by the Grave, just because we want all our combos to go through, and this is pretty standard in any combo deck at this point.
Yep.
2 Waterfront with 1 Terraforming. I like this ratio a lot. It gives you a 3-to-1 ratio on your field spells and your Gamma Seal, so you're always drawing this before you draw a Gamma Seal. I like the 1 Terraforming rather than 3 Coyote Waterfronts, because if I draw this, then I can pull the Waterfront out of my deck thin a little bit, and then I only have 1 more brick in the deck while I'm drawing with Ningirsu and Skull Dread. 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Soul Charge. These are pretty standard in this deck. You put so many things in the graveyard, you want all the things to bring them back. We draw Soul Charge so much for how many cards we draw.
It's insane.
World Legacy Successions. This is what you're usually searching with your World Legacy, World Chalice, and Grave, which is a really nice follow-up play. Before you were always reborning back Firewall usually, but now you're reborning back most of the time Ningirsu to be able to pop something on their field.
Only 1? You don't feel the need for 2?
No, it's searchable. I don't want to brick too hard on the reborn things when I haven't already got my play started. I just want a lot of starters and then a good amount of extenders. So like these are extenders along with Exodius, but I didn't want to play too many extenders because that's how you brick in this deck, is by drawing all the combo pieces of extenders. 1 World Legacy's Heart. This is just a +1. It adds your World Chalice monsters back to your hand, and then also can protect your Link monsters. These are our extenders. We played 1 Hornet Drones. We play 5 vanillas in the deck. So you draw this with 1 of your vanillas, make a Link Spider, special summon your vanilla, and put 2 monsters on board before you normal summon.
Okay.
Unexpected Die. Like I said, we play all the normal monsters. I'm usually getting out Garnet with this if I haven't already opened Lazuli, and then I'm only left with the 1 Garnet back in deck, and I got a free monster out of it.
You don't go for the Psychic normal monster?
No, because usually you want to bring that out with your World Legacy World Chalice.
Okay.
And
okay.
You can if you open the Garnet per se,
Right.
or like worst case scenario, you have a Garnet and your World Chalice Vanilla, and you have to get a Shine Ball out with this. But basically, like these cards almost act like Brilliant Fusion, because these cards can make Imduct for you. This one can't make Imduct by itself, but this with Vanilla can make Imduct. So that gives you your extra normal summon to get off your World Legacy World Chalice. E-Telly, same thing. It can get out the vanilla from your deck.
Nice ultra rare there,
Yep,
buddy.
and then make Imduct. And then also, like I said, it can search out Ghost Ogre during your opponent's turn for another interruption. 1 Phantom Knight's Trap. This isn't Dark Warrior, so I only have to play 1.
You were like the pioneer around here for that one.
Yeah, I was running this like back in Colo Duelist format when I first started playing World Chalice, because I realized that this doesn't make a token, it makes a normal monster. So this is a free Imduct whenever you draw it. So that is the main deck. It is 40 cards, 40 monsters, and then 40 spells and traps. On to my extra deck. Sky Striker token.
Yep.
Seraph Knight for our Brilliant Fusion. And then the best card in the extra deck probably is Imduck.
You run 3?
I run 3. You need all 3 for many of the combos, and he's just so good. He actually has a bounce effect. Well, it's a pseudo bounce effect when he's pointing at something and battles it. It gets destroyed at the beginning of the battle phase, which came up one time throughout the tournament. Other Link ones we play is one Link Karibo. This is kind of a niche card, but I found that it really helps when you're in strange situations where you have to bring out your guard dragon off your World Legacy World Chalice, so you can use it to make that, so you have another Link monster make Ningirsu, or if you get Lazuli, you can put Lazuli on the board, make this with it, get a vanilla back.
Right.
Link Spider, we run all the vanillas, this can special summon vanillas. He's just so good in this deck. He helps you extra Link, he does a lot of things for being such a small generic card. Aurum helps you basically search Venus with Brilliant Fusion, because you do your regular Brilliant Fusion things, make this guy, and then he can pop something to reborn something from the graveyard to an arrow he points to. So you send Venus off of Brilliant Fusion, and then pop something this points to, and then you get your Venus.
Okay. How many changes do you have to make once Firewall was banned?
Just taking Firewall out.
That was it?
That was it. I mean,
wow.
Yeah, basically Link Karibo replaced what Firewall was in the deck. Ib. She's just has good arrows. She can't be targeted when she's linked. She's just your overall
good draw.
Card. Yep. She's usually your extender piece in your link combos. Right. Proxy Dragon, just because we do need a generic link 2 for a lot of the different combos, and Proxy Dragon is just the best generic link 2.
Have you thought about binary?
I thought about binary, but 1, I don't have a binary, and 2, I just like the generic Proxy Dragon. Plus the protection effect does help sometimes. Like if you can make a mediocre board where you have this and this on the sides at Trigate, you have a lot of protection for him.
Gotcha.
One Cerberus is the only card in the deck that in the extra deck that I might cut, just because I didn't use it as much as everything else. One Phoenix and one Unicorn also. Unicorn's actually really good, and there was an interaction that I didn't really think of until I was playing in the tournament on Sunday, but I could send my Brilliant Fusion back with this and get a free draw off of it, which is super nice.
Oh.
Trigate, he's your other boss monster on top of Gamma Seal. And Yersu, I'm always trying to draw 3 cards off of this, and then he has a great non-targeting removal effect that sends, so that came up against Thunder Dragons, and then one Skull Dread, who's also the best.
I can say the god card in this.
Yeah. This is how you're getting Gamma Seal on the field. This helps you draw cards. It boosts the attack of your cards, so you can OTK. It does just so much. All right, that is it for the extra deck. On to the side deck. Okay. 3 Ash Blossom. Just best generic hand trap. 3 Artifact Lancia. This was for the Dark Warrior decks. Thunder Dragons. Works good against BA even. ABC. Anything that banishes this shuts down.
Have you thought about running Scythe?
I would have to run Artifact.
Oh, you don't want to run Sanctum?
Yeah,
okay.
I don't have to run Sanctum. Plus, I don't like running traps in this deck, really.
Yeah.
Other 2 Ghost Ogre, just the other best generic hand trap. 3 Cosmic Cyclones, because I don't have Twin Twisters. If I had Twin Twisters, they would be those instead. I mean, this is definitely not the spell and trap removal you want to run this deck, because you already pay a ton of life points. You don't want to pay more, but it's what I had, so that's what I played.
Okay.
2 Red Reboot for Altergeist, and then 2 Mind Crush, and the only thing I call with this is Raw Spear mode, because that is how you lose.
I've never thought of that. Okay.
That's it.
Have you ever thought about actually putting Winged Dragon of Raw on your side deck?
I have, but that just seems bad.
Yeah.
I don't want to draw that card. Maybe at locals for the memes, but.
Right. Okay. Okay, so you went 4-0. What were your matchups again?
Sky Strikers, Dark Warrior, Ancient Gears, and Thunder.
And Thunder Dragons, that's right. All right, man. Any shout-outs you want to give out?
Shoutouts to Bobby for the Skull Dread. If I didn't have the Skull Dread, I could not play this deck.
Right.
Shoutouts to everybody on Team Shuffles. They got me a lot of cards for this deck after I had sold it a while back. Shoutouts to my brother for the Ash Blossoms. Shoutouts to Josh and Gabe for getting their invites to Nationals.
Thank you.
And I think that's it.
All right, man. Congratulations on your win. Team Shovels out.